Okie doke, we're going to go ahead and get started here in just a moment. Let's go ahead and get logged in. And let's go ahead and get rid of the craziness over that way. And let me see if everything else is looking good on my end. And we're going to go ahead and get started here. Okay, perfect. Hey, welcome into the stream, everyone. Welcome in. My name is Brent with Unchallenged Gaming. Today, we're going to be continuing our adventure on our hardcore level 49 Druid with only 11 levels left to go until we hit our max level of level 60 and roll over to softcore in order to begin completing different dungeons, raids, PvP, arena, and so on. So we have an exciting remaining few levels. So I'm going to go ahead and looking for my phone here. And I'm going to go ahead and connect something here really quickly while I'm getting going. Let's see. I want to start my heart rate monitor so we can see if we have any excitement, any sort of action today. And I just got done running around. I was a little bit late today because I was feeding the kiddos, but I think everything is good to go. We're going to go ahead and get locked in. Let me go ahead and verify everything is showing up correctly. Yes. Let's see here. Okay, that's all working. So we are leveling as a Feral Druid. And we did respec at level 30 and have been leveling as we are for the past, what? Let's see, level 20, 30. We've been leveling almost the last 30 levels as a feral. Let's go ahead and cover talents real fast, and then we'll cover gear, and then we'll skedazzle out of here. Okay, so level 1, level 10 through 30, we had put 1 point into Nature's Grasp. This allows you to be saved a lot of times. After that, we went over into Feral. We got Ferocity, Brutal Impact, Thick Hide, as we don't have very many bleeds prior to level 30. We went with Thick Hide. Then we got 2 points into Swiftness, 3 points into Sharpened Claws, and 3 points into Predatory Strikes. And that got us to level 30. Once we hit level 30, we went back to the Trainer. Respect into balance, we got 11 points into balance. We got 1 point Nature's Grasp, 2 points Sylvan's Blessing, 2 points Improved Grass, 3 points Nature's Weapons, increasing all of our damage across the board with all forms by 10% and giving us 3% hit, which is a huge thing to have when you're leveling. Then you got Nature's Shapeshifter, reducing mana cost by 20% when you're shapeshifting. And then we put 1 point into Omen of Clarity. This thing procs all the time and is really useful for offensive and cat, bear, healing spells, offensive spells, defensive spells. So it's really useful when it triggers. It triggers often. And then we went over into Feral. We got Ferocity, Brutal Impact. This is mostly for that pounce. 1 additional second makes you have an additional time to get another shred into the target when you proc an Omen of Clarity. We went with Open Wounds, which increases our claw attack by 30% per bleed. We're able to apply 3 bleeds right now. We got Pounce, we got Rake, and we got Rip. So that's 3 bleeds, essentially increasing our claw by 90%, or almost 100% extra increase, right, in damage. I'm going to go ahead and... Oh, interesting that I can't. No, I don't want to do that one. I want to abandon this. For whatever reason... There we go. Yes, I want to abandon that. Yes. Make sure when you're abandoning stuff, make sure you get the right ones abandoned. Oh, I couldn't race because there was somebody else currently racing. Well, let me go ahead and pick these quests up again soon.
Time is money, friend.
And I didn't notice that somebody else had just been racing. Let's go ahead and hopefully queue. And let's go ahead. Someone race me. See if we can get a race real quick. And go from here. Let's see if we can get somebody to race us here. As you wish. Oh, that's not as you wish. That's okay. A little bit different spelling there. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and chill here for a minute. Hopefully get a race. That's going to give us 8,000 experience and then boost us to level 50. That's going to be starting off our episode really quickly, level 50. Okay, let's get back to the talent show fast while we're waiting for somebody to kind of run up here and race us. Oop. Okay, so we got 3 points into open wounds. Essentially, we can basically increase our claw damage by up towards hundreds of percent. Really pretty easy. Then we went to into Feral Swiftness. I like being able to have just stay in Cat 4, move between targets quickly. Then I went into Sharpened Claw, went down, and got Improved Shred. Because by this level, I get Pounce, and reducing my energy cost on Shred by 12 makes my Shred cost 48 energy. So I can Pounce, Shred, and then if I'm able to time that tick, I can get another Shred in there. Otherwise, I can also go with Omen of Clarity and get a second Shred in with that Omen of Clarity proc. And that Brutal Impact, that extra 1 second, allows me to get those 2 shreds in. A lot of times I can bring a target down to 50% HP before they even turn around and begin attacking me. Then I went into Predatory Strikes. I went down and I got let's see, I went this, then I went this, then I went Blood Frenzy, then I went back up, I picked up Primal Fury, went down, got Berserk. And now we're working on Heart of the Wild. This is what we're working on now. I got this point, last one, at 50, which is in just a smidge of experience. And then level 51 will be Leader of the Pack. After Leader of the Pack, we're going to be diving into the Resto Tree and getting Furor. Coming back up over into the Feral Tree. And then getting Carnage, I think is the last few points we're going to be getting. Carnage and Ancient Brutality potentially, but we'll see more on this as it happens. Like once we hit level whatever, we'll go from there. So we have our next few levels kind of working for us. In terms of gear, let's go ahead and go over gear real fast. Looks like this guy is getting all the quests right now, so he'll be racing us. Yeah, looks like he's gonna be picking up this quest. There we go. Let's go ahead and race, put this key on. The key actually does boost you in these races. So you want to get these keys when you can and use them during the races because they actually will help you out. And I don't know how this guy was able to get such a head start. I can't move at the beginning of the race. And I'm ahead of him now. I'm hoping that he hits a sheep or something. But it can actually go either... Whoa, lag. It can go either way right now. Both of us could crash and end up into a submission of some sorts. I'm going to go ahead and cut the corner a little bit here. Touch that, cut the corner a bit more. The cutting of the corners, you know, you're having to travel less distance. And as you can see here, has put me in a pretty good lead. And yeah, he's quite a bit there behind us. I wonder if he actually hit a sheep back there. Or not. But let's go ahead and finish this race real quick. Get these last 2 boosts and cut to the finish line, and boom, we completed the quest. Perfect. Look at him back there. Okay, we got time to spare. We got this quest complete, and now this is where we're gonna hit level 50 right here. Watch this. Boom, level 50. Go ahead and take a screenshot here and put that into... We got some thanks in the chat. Thanks. And dang, look at you, almost 50. Yes, what's up, Circuit Boost? Welcome into the stream. We are officially level 50. I'm going to go ahead and post that over in the Druid channel. And, whoop. Why didn't my screenshot go in there? There it goes. Perfect. Screenshot goes in there, and we now officially hit level 50. We're going to put our last point into Heart of the Wild. Our next point is going to go into Leader of the Pack, which is going to increase our crit by a very nice amount. Let's go ahead and turn that quest in. Now, I got 3 goodie bags. We have the Daisy's gift box, which has a bunch of junk. We got the Gnome gift box, which has 5 scrolls of protection. And then we have the Goblin prize, which has a greater arcane elixir. Increases spell damage by up to 35 for 1 hour. So I'll save that. It could be beneficial for later. And I'm still only 41. Taking a little break. I gotta catch up. You blew past me. Yeah, but you're doing slow and steady. So you can't compare your progress to mine because it's so much easier to level without slow and steady than, you know, than with slow and steady. Slow and steady, I would probably be in my level 20s still, honestly. Maybe my level 30s by now, but yeah, as a bit of a grinder, I was able to really kind of push myself and just kind of grind through different levels, which I couldn't do in the past if I was slow and steady. So I'm really happy that I'm not slow and steady and I was able to kind of grind it. The main thing is that you're alive. My friends list, I used to have 6 friends. 2 of these are Garnak. Yeah, 2 of these are Garnak. Garnak looks to be level 50. And then he has his Druid at level 13. And then we have you, Circuit Boost, at level 40 it shows. But I probably have it logged in at the same time as you. Then we have Win. Win is not leveling up as a hardcore character, though. He's softcore. And then there used to be 2 more people on my friends list. It was like Many. I think Many had started a warrior at one point over a druid. And I think somebody else had a druid as well. And they're not on my friends list anymore. I had added other people on my friends list as well. But they're all off my friends list, which means they died at some point. Yes, the main thing is just being alive. It's not so much about the speed of it all as it is just survival. Let's see here. Okay. Okay. So what I'm doing today is, like, kind of my thing is I want to work on my tribal leatherworking, and I need to get the wild leather vest and the wild leather helmet. I'm working on these pieces here. Now I have everything from the helmet to turn this in and get the pattern for the wild leather helmet, but I need turtle scale breastplate and turtle scale gloves. So in order to make turtle scale breastplate and gloves, you can see here that I need tons of turtle scales. So I am going to grind. Where is it? Turtle scale. So I am going to go ahead and be taking out and getting turtle scale. And these guys are level 48 to 50. Okay, so we're going to go and take out the guys over this way. They're 48 to 50, whereas these are 42 to 43. Is that the pirate? Where's this at over here? I think if I want to get to this area down here, I have to go to the cove down there. But we'll go ahead and make our way. I'm going to go check out this area over here and then maybe find a way to get down this way. But I have to take out a lot of turtles today. It's kind of my thing. I want to grind. What was that? Oh, my phone's ringing and it's making a weird sound. Oh, that's my Fitbit. Okay, hold on. I gotta disconnect my Fitbit from my Bluetooth because it's triggering crazy right now. Off. No. Okay. I just wanted to charge it. I had my Fitbit on my charger. There we go. Now it's charging. And let's see. Circuit Boost says, I did switch from using sword over to dagger. Poison spec, it seems really good. Don't you have more control with poison spec? You're able to kind of whittle things down a bit more and have more like safety and control of your target. I've never played a rogue, so I'm not too familiar with the rogue style. Rogue was going to be one of my last characters to play. Just because I'm not familiar with them. They seem pretty close to warriors, but I know that the poly quest can get you killed. Shift happens. Whoa, we got combat. Oh, level 44. Okay, that makes sense. It's been a while since I fought anything, huh? I haven't taken anything out yet today. But yeah, that's our objective. We just hit level 50. We're gonna be going for level 51 today. But I'm gonna also be grinding, trying to get turtle skills so that I can work on my tribal leatherworking, guys. Tribal leatherworking. All the quest is safe if you read it carefully. Only illiterate rogues hug the floor. But I've seen so many rogues hug the floor, yeah. I think it's pretty funny. People, I guess you're supposed to feed the parrot a cracker or something. I'm not sure. I guess I should read the quest. Hey, I see Circuit Boost is online now. So we're going to go ahead and hang out in this area. I need to take out... How many... It was like some amount. 12. Oh, but I need 2. Right? Where is that thing? Where's that quest? I need 2 breastplate and 2 gloves. I need 24. 24 and 16. 24 and 16 is 40. So I need 40 turtle skills, okay? I see so many rogues die to the polyquest. Exactly. I've seen so many people die. Rogues die to that polyquest. So it's kind of fun for me. I've seen that, yeah. I mean, everybody kind of sees it in chat that poly kills one. You're like, oh, that rogue didn't read the quest. So like, I've never played a rogue, but just having witnessed the chat, I've kind of like I've come to expect or like know what to do. Okay, so we're gonna be sitting here and chilling on turtles for a while, and this is actually this is a perfect example of a nice hill area where I can grind on a mob that is within my level. I'm able to get a good amount of experience, and I'm able to go for these turtle shells, which is the main thing of the goal, like the main function. That is something I really need to do. I have to go back and level lockpicking and my leatherworking. I probably will work on that today. Yeah, I always try and include it when I can into my leveling experience. I've been leveling mostly from level 18 upright, and at level 18 to 20 something, I was grinding in in Duskwood. And then I got to level 20, 22, and then I went to wetlands. And once again, I was killing raptors in wetlands from 20 to 24-ish. And then I was killing raptors, or maybe it was 26. And then I was killing raptors and so on. And the whole time, from the wolves, the raptors, the whelps. Then we went to, in level 30s, we went to 1,000 needles. We grinded on those, the wyrens for a long time. And then I got the crocodiles and the basilisks and 1,000 needles. It's all been for the thing that I'm able to level up leatherworking. I've been able to put my leatherworking to work. And look at this. I'm at 267 on my leatherworking. I should be able to get my tribal leatherworking by the time I hit level 60. I'm able to buy Devil Sword gauntlets, I believe, from the vendor pretty easily. And there's another pattern from Ungaro Crater. Whoops. So there's a couple patterns from Ungaro Crater that I can buy. And I think one of them is like the Wicked headband or something. That's crazy. Yeah. Well, that's the cool thing about not being slow and steady, is that I can just grind on stuff that's beneficial for me versus having to do quests. As much as I like enjoying, you know, I enjoy quests. Like, I really do enjoy questing, but after that 5th character, like, that's the only method that I've used to level my characters lately, is to grind, to quest. Right, every character that I've leveled, it's essentially been slow and steady here on the channel, and it's only been through quests. I wonder if I haven't noticed, so I can't scan those anyways. Nobody's here. Join a guild. Buy tabard 1G. Use tabard. Yeah, but yeah, this is a good place. Look at this. We have 12 turtle scales already. So tons of scales already. And so what's the best leatherworking is best for rogue? I'm not really sure what route to go with that. Honestly, tribal is probably the best for rogues as well. Dragon scale is not useful for you. Dragon scale is mostly like a hunter, shamanish thing, because you're able to make like a lot of healing shoulders, healing gear. That's useful. It's a male healing set that's useful for shaman. For hunters, there's like the agility pieces that you're able to kind of craft. That's dragon scale. Turtle did add a few additional pieces, but it's mostly for like healing male set. Elemental is also good for like shamans. I'm pretty sure it's probably good for druids as well. But for me, I know that tribal leatherworking for me will be the most beneficial, as I'll be able to make myself the Devil Sword set pretty easily. I know that it sells in the auction house pretty good amount. Come on. That's such a long... Yeah. That's a long pole. Let's go ahead and rip. Where's my water bar? I don't see my breath bar. Maybe I'm not really underneath the water on my character, though. My character model is above water. So yeah, there's 3 different types of leatherworking. The elemental, which isn't this elemental is not useful for rogues at all. The dragon scale, again, not very useful for rogues at all. And then wait, here. I'm considering running down to this area. There's turtles on the shore down here. And I don't think there's giants down there either, and I think there's a lot more turtles on the shore. Oh man. So I might go take a peek down there and go look. But I think I have to swim along the shore. Yeah, I guess tribal would be best. The Devil Sword stuff is going to be the play. Yeah. And you're going softcore at level 60, right? Yeah, tribal is going to be the best play. And then, yeah, there's really nothing better than tribal for a rogue, as there is nothing for you out of elemental and dragon scale. For a druid, I mean, a druid, I'm pretty sure I could probably go elemental and get something decent. I haven't decided that yet. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and go check out this other spot. But while I do only need 50 of these, I think if I got more, I could just sell them to other people that are potentially looking for tribal leatherworking. Okay, let's go ahead and get mounted. I'm going to go ahead and make my way through this cove. I think the cove is going to take me down this way. We're going to go on a little bit of exploration. Oh, wait, no. The cove is... Oh, maybe I'm in the wrong spot. I'm thinking I am. I thought the cove was right here, but... Where the heck am I? Oh, the cove is right there then. Oh, I have to go this way. I don't think there's a direct route for me to get down here besides going along the water here. So I think I have to go this way. I believe, anyways. Yeah, I think so. So we're going to take a little bit of a detour through here. And get to these turtles over this way. And this should be the only mob that's down here, and it should be on land. I think we'll be lands and beach. Okay. You can see it's right here. This would be pretty good if I had my actual water form. I still can't believe I haven't got my water form yet. I'm not sure where it starts at. Maybe I'm just missing the prerequisite. Because I haven't done the prereq for the... It might be after this principal source. It must be like a chain of Druid quests. That if you don't finish this chain quest, then you don't get the next quest. Because I haven't seen another quest to get the Druid forms. The missing ones that I have. Okay, here we are. Oh, someone's down here. So there is somebody else down here with me. Let's go ahead and get buffed. And make it... Oh, there's a mage down here. Okay. And there goes a level 16 warrior. I'm just gonna fight my way on the other side. Like, he looks like he's... I don't want to bug his grind. I'll move over this way. But yeah, look at how many turtles are over this way now. In endless supply. So I think this is going to be maybe the best bet. Instead of the raptor grind and Ungoro crater that are 48 to 50, these guys are giving a good amount of great items. I'm able to skin them. It's a pretty secluded location. And yeah, look at this. I get a speckled fragment and a thick scale. And these things, oh no, that's terrible. That doesn't sell for very much. So the money, the ROI on this place is probably not great. But I guess if you're looking for turtle scales and you can sell these on the auction house, this might be a better thing. I guess, let's see, speckled. Let's see, what's the other thing in here? Oh, the shell. Okay, yeah, you don't get a lot of money. Oh no, the speckled shell fragment's actually 45 silver a stack. So, maybe tossing out the... I guess I have the, what's it called? I have the field repair bot to sell stuff with anyways, so I'll just sell it as I need it. But yeah, welcome into the chat, Sir Dingo, Sir Caboose, and welcome in, Rock. How's everything? How was your guys this weekend? Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Got a ferocious bite. 437. I know. Come on. I use a scroll of protection. There it is. But yeah, tribal's the best. If I wanted to, I could go elemental. Like, if you're gonna get to level 16, you're gonna be a tribal guy, then it could be beneficial to have, like, I could rely on you to be the tribal leatherworker, and like if I do collect Devil Sword, then I could just have you craft it. I don't think there's a way for me to change professions once you become, maybe Rock knows, is there a way to change from tribal leatherworker to elemental leatherworker? It's pretty good. I'm on a break at school until January, so it's a nice long break. Yeah, nice. My kids are on the same break. They have a winter break right now. They woke up early, kind of like ready for school. And we're like, no, surprise, you're not going to school today. So I made my daughter a quesadilla with turkey, cheese, and some onions in it because that's how she wanted it. And then she spent time at the table. She was painting rocks. Oh, guys. We got a 14 slot bag off that turtle. Troll hide bag. We just picked up a 14 slot bag off the turtle. Oh my goodness. So that's going to definitely go on my... I'm going to go ahead and equip that. Oh yeah, talking about our challenges. Right now we are leveling as a hardcore challenge. So everything that we're doing, we have one life to do it. The second challenge that we're kind of self-imposing upon ourselves is that we're doing a self-found challenge. So everything that I've equipped, everything that I'm wearing in terms of bags and all that, has been self-found to the point where the bags that I've got from vendors, from buying them via vendors, or from getting them from the Dark Moon Ferry. So we took out the hippogriffs and Feralis, and I took, I exchanged those plumes or the things for tickets. I was able to buy my first 14 slot bag via Dark Moon Ferry tickets. It's actually really inexpensive. If you farm those things in Feralis for about an hour or two, you'll get enough to collect enough tickets for the Dark Moon Ferry, and that's a free 14 slot bag. There is another quest somewhere that I forgot where it starts. It's called man, what's it called? Like the riddle. Something. Oh, it's a quest that starts in Cartello's riddle. It starts in Stranglethorn Vale on the boat. You get the scroll on the boat, and then you take that scroll to Dustwallow, and then in Dustwallow you take the scroll to the hint. No, you go to Swamp of Sorrows, then you go to Dustwallow, and then you go to Hinterlands, and you get a free 14 slot bag. But right now I'm just using one 14 slot bag and then a couple 10s. But I'm about to exchange one of these bags with a 14 slot bag here when I can. I could probably do that now, actually. You go ahead and just vendor, clear my bags out real fast, and then I'll make some room, and then I can go ahead, swap one of these bags out right there, right here. This bag right here swaps, and there we go. I don't know if I have any room in my bank. I think my bank is completely filled. Yeah, it is. And I don't want to spend any gold right now. I'm trying to save up to 350 gold so that I can buy my dual spec. By level 60, I can get dual spec. I could be running Pharaoh, and I could be running, what's it called? Resto. So by level 60, I'll be able to... I don't think I'll be able to tank right away when I get into level 60 content. But I'll definitely be able to heal-ish once I start collecting some gear. And then once I start going as a healer, I'll be able to pick up more gear in DPS and, you know, other pieces that people don't need of tanking stuff, right? And then begin putting my tanking set together. That's kind of the path that I'm working towards. Oh, so somebody already went back that way. I'm just gonna go back this way. Wonder if that mage is over here. One more hit, one more hit. Nope, didn't get it. Yeah, but this is an excellent grind spot, as you can see here. We're getting lots and lots of these guys pulled. Oops. I didn't notice I have, like, terrible health right now. I think I can fight him down. I guess we'll see. I'm pretty sure I should be able to win this. Yeah, one more big hit and he dies. I know, I know. You gotta actually hit him, though. There we go. We got a free heal here. Yeah, this stuff is spawning really quickly back, so... We have essentially a better grind here. We're not having to deal with devil sores. We're not having to deal with a lot of external people taking our spot or our grind. It's just a nice, consistent area. Don't be dying on a turtle, man. It would be the way to go on Turtle WoW. If there is any way to die, dying to a turtle on Turtle WoW is probably the way. So how did you die again? Oh, I died to a turtle. Yeah. On Turtle WoW. Yep. Yeah. Swapping to a bear makes you so much harder to kill. So whenever I do get low life, I just swap over to a bear. I get more life that way. I get more armor. I could always use feral regeneration. And then, you know, go that route. I wish cats had some way of regenerating health in combat. It's not that I don't mind getting out and healing, it's just that... I guess it is faster than most other classes. As far as downtime goes, I don't have to sit and drink, I can just continue on the fight. I gotta not complain about what I can do as a druid. Because as a warrior, I'd have to sit there and bandage for 10 seconds to get my health back up. And it wouldn't go anywhere near as full. Whoops, daisy. Yeah, so druids, as much downtime as I wish they didn't have, they actually have less downtime than most classes, though. Yeah, you be careful as well, man. Dustwallow Marsh can be kind of tricky in some places, especially if you're in the southern area of Dustwallow Marsh. That southern spots, those can be kind of tricky between whelps and the elites kind of getting you. The crocodiles that don't look like they're elites, but they're elites and patrolling in the same area. Or the spiders in the cave. Yeah, don't go inside caves in Dustwallow Marsh, because that's a trap. That is a trap. And we are counting down the days till Christmas on Thursday. So just a few more days. 3 more days, right? I believe. I think if I aggro that one, the other one's going to aggro. So I'm going to avoid that one for now. I'm going to wait till they separate a bit. I'm really hoping that I find another 14 slot bag, but make you real fast. I wonder if it comes down to a bear form. If I could take out, say, 3 of these guys at the same time. Or if 3 of these would be too strong for a feral druid as a bear. Or if I could do it. Because that would increase my experience quite a bit. Hey, I could grind on 3 of these guys at a time. I'm gonna start with 2. I'm gonna start with 2 mobs first and then go from there. Okay, let's try that. We'll go bear form. We'll hit him with the moon fire, or not the fairy fire. Let me just do this. I wanted to see how fast it is to take out 2 of these guys. Is there much threat here? I mean, I'm sure if I had 3 on me, I could get more rage, which would mean that I'm swiping more often. But at the same time, it'd be doing more damage to me. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I could probably take on 3 of them. And then I still have my, what's it called? Bark skin. I just stick with 2. Don't overdo it. Then we'll just keep these guys swiping and falling, and then we'll keep demo up. And demo's got 6 seconds, so we'll go ahead and re-demo here in a minute. Oop, goes back up. Ah, but the timer doesn't go down. My swipes must have missed a lot on him, because I'm pretty sure I was swiping and he was staying alive. I think it's just faster just to take out 1 at a time. And I got an elixir of the giants. Oh, that's a pretty good one for alchemy. And hey buddy, love you. What's up, gamer? Hey, what's up, man? How are you doing today? Welcome into the stream. How are you doing? Welcome in, welcome in. We're counting the days down till Christmas, which is 3 days until Christmas. And then right after that, we have the New Year's Day. You have any plans for Christmas, guys? Anybody have any plans? I know Sir Caboose said that he is out of school for 2 weeks, so that's a nice time to yourself. Get some chill time. Get some time to yourself. We are at 41. So we actually have enough turtle shells. But I'm going to go ahead and chill here. This is actually just a really nice kind of grind spot. And let me say what else that we need. Oh, we got in the bank. Oops, I don't know why I'm counting that. I started to see how long it takes in combat to take one of these guys out. But it's not really measurable really well. And Merry Christmas advance. Yes! Merry Christmas in advance. I think I'll be streaming on Wednesday. I know Wednesday night we're having dinner here with a bunch of friends. And then Thursday we're going to another friend's house to have dinner there. So I don't know what my exact schedule will be this week. I was thinking of swapping into streaming at night, but then if I stream at night, it makes it really difficult for me to wake up in the morning. And I like waking up early. I want to continue to stick to my normal early getting up, because that kind of benefits me more during school days and then hanging out with the kiddos that also wake up really early. I'd like something to kind of showcase how long my combat takes, because then I could see how long a combat takes on average. My dream is good, man, and good health. My dream is good, man, and good health. Good health is good wealth. A lot of people often forget that health is the #1 wealth. You could have all the money in the world, but it won't buy back your time and it won't buy back your health. People have spent millions, if not billions, on health to have longevity. Longevity? I don't know the word. But you know, the one guy, he spent millions of dollars trying to re-engineer his de-aging. And as much money as he spent and time put into it, you can't really reverse it. You just have to enjoy the time that you do have and make the best out of it. Come on. If I walk through him, he'll walk backwards. So I can get that clear cast in. If I walk through him and get a couple more clear casts in. There we go. Let's go ahead and heal real fast. But health is wealth. Don't let nobody tell you different. Let's go ahead and take out this guy. Okay, let's see this timer. So we time it. We're going into combat. We'll go ahead and start it. We'll see how much time do we take to take out the guy. Obviously, that's like the optimal. Because I didn't get 2 shreds in. So it's not like the optimal fight here. But it's still a good fight. Ooh, ferocious bite him. That took us 15 seconds or so to kill him. That's wild. They spend so much for health. All I did was stumble upon a golden lamp in the woods and it granted me 3 wishes. Now I'm eternally youthful. That would be nice. What would your first wish be? My first wish would be that I'm always right. And then the genie's like, okay, your wish is granted. He's like, I have 3 wishes, right? And he's like, oh shoot, yeah, you're always right. Well, then you got 3 wishes left. Can't wish for more wishes, but you can wish for more wishes indirectly, right? Let's see if we can beat this before 15 seconds. I kind of started a little bit soon, but it's fine. I think our average kill time on one of these guys is, yeah, that was like 13 seconds for a single guy. I know this is like the ghetto way of like timing how fast you get a kill, but I don't have a better method of trying to test how long one guy takes me to kill. Yeah, see, that takes me about 12 to 13 seconds to kill a single target. And then when I was fighting two of these guys, it was actually taking me a bit more. Oh, I didn't start the timer. Reset, go. We'll see this. Yeah, see? I didn't start the timer right when I initiated. And it's definitely taken me longer than it has for me. If I would have just killed these guys individually, I'm pretty sure it would have been better for me. And I wish me too. I wish me too. You can meet me in spirit, man. Meet in spirit. Want to try the real challenge? Drinkish or on me? Join? Okay, no. So even if I don't pounce a prowl and then pounce, like if I just open on this guy with the fairy fire. Oops. We'll add a few seconds to this, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna get him down within. Yeah, look at that. We got him down within like what, 7 plus the 2 seconds it took me to actually like initiate on him. So it's faster in cat form. That was a good test. That was our test right there to kind of see, is it faster to kill these guys in bear form or in cat form? And oh my goodness, it's much faster to kill them in cat form. Especially if you get that double proc to happen, we get 2 shreds into them. And do you play World of Warcraft, gamer? Ooh, we got 2 crits in there. That was a really good open. I wish all my opens would be like that. Just straight crit on the shreds. And I buy PlayStation 5 and happy. Ah, okay. Yeah, I haven't owned a PlayStation since the PlayStation 2. What's your favorite game on the PlayStation 5? There's so many games out there these days. It's so hard.
Woohoo!
Oh, nice. Congrats. What is your favorite game on the PlayStation? We're gonna swap. Oh, we got him killed anyways. I buy a PS5. Okay, no, I got that one. Our inventory is full already. Oh yeah, all this stuff. There's one more in here. There it is. I don't think we need turtle meat. I can sell the turtle meat. Elixirs of, I don't know if that's going to be useful for me. I assume it is, but. And today by 8 p.m. and I purchased 2 games with my friend Spider-Man 2 and Ghost of Yotei. Ghost of Yotei, huh? I know Spider-Man. I've never heard of Ghost of Yotei. Sounds exciting, though. Sounds exciting. It's always fun picking up new games, but games are expensive. Oh, that reminds me. I have a bunch of... There's free Epic games right now. If you guys have Epic Launcher, they have like the 10 days of Christmas where they're giving away a brand new game every single day. And my buddy just messaged me saying, hey, go get the new game today. The new game is called Paradise Killer. It's the giveaway. I don't know if I care much for that looking one, but Paradise Killer Epic Games giveaway. It's free until 23 December. The D Dynasty. Oh, that was Buzztronic. Undercroft Warriors. I already had those. Yeah, I got 2 shreds in, but it wasn't a lot of damage there. Bum, 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 bum. I think. Come on. No, I didn't get it. I like that the bleed is quick and ticks for quite a bit. Otherwise, a lot of the damage would be mostly forgotten. I think that was a change from Turtle Wild, that they changed how long the bleed lasts. I think they made it tick faster and for more. Because you don't want a slow bleed. You want a nice fast one. Because then you don't want your target bleeding after he's been dead, because it's essentially kind of wasted bleeds. But in this case, the whole bleed lasts until the end and then he dies. Usually I can kill them before it bleeds, you know, I think 2 or so seconds, but that's still, it's only missing 1 tick. In this case here, I get the full rip in. He's already dead before. Yeah, he had, I think, like 2 more ticks of damage. We're gonna go ahead and kill this guy, then we'll rebuff our Mark of the Wild. Or we have 2 more kills. 1, nope. I don't think I drank any tea so far. Level 43, level X. So the level 60 is grinding for the level 43, it looks like.
Wicked.
Maybe. I think this would be the optimal place to just do a big old circle in, but I'm guessing this place is probably taken by mages often, or paladins. This just seems a really nice spot to grind. Dang, these guys have 3,900 armor. Almost 4,000 armor, even after I debuff them with Fairy Fire. So while I do think that they're a good grind, just joined. Hey, what's up, Stellar? Welcome into the stream. How are you doing today? Your hate is good. This is Turtle Wow. Yeah, this is Turtle Wow right now, guys. We're playing Turtle Wow. We are level 50. We are doing 2 challenges. We're doing, what the heck? I just continued running right on through that guy. You see Turtle Wow's website domain changed? Oh, they changed their domain name? They probably had to change, what's it called? No, I didn't see that. Turtle, let me see here. Turtle, wow. I wonder if they were using like Namecheap in the past. Yeah, I saw their database was down last week, and I figured they were probably doing something right. Because on, I think it was either Wednesday or Friday, there was the announcement made that they were no longer going to be working on the Unreal Engine thing. And I'm pretty sure that was due... Oh, wait, we can rebuff ourselves, I said. I'll have to go look at what their actual new website is, but... Something probably went through legally, and they weren't able to use the Unreal site anymore. So Unreal had to cut their ties, and then if they were using any sort of domain registration on, you know, from like Namecheap or some website that was on the US side, turtlecraft.gg, oh, they're using one of those websites. Merry Christmas, Bob. Welcome into the stream. I hope you're having a good day. Bob's. This game is so good that free to play. Yes. Yeah, that's one of the fun things about the game is that even if you've never tried Turtle WoW, or if you've never played World of Warcraft and you want to give it a try, and you don't know if you'll actually enjoy the MMO kind of genre, then you can give it a go. There's other MMOs just like this. Right, Rift is completely free, and I played Rift for a good year or two before. I never really synced any money into it, but if there is a version of World of Warcraft that you do enjoy, and you've kind of enjoyed Turtle WoW, then I'm sure that you'll probably enjoy that version too. But Turtle WoW offers a lot for being a completely free-to-play classic experience. And turtlecraft.gg. Okay, Steam. I don't know what you mean by Steam. No. I think we should be fine with this. Oh, we'll just pull them normal. We'll just get in with our normal rips. He didn't want to go down to my prow. Turtlecraft. It almost sounds like a Minecraft server. If that's the route that they went. Turtlecraft.gg. Oh yeah, they have it here. Yep. Interesting. Yeah, they went, I think, I forgot what country owns that .gg domain, but it is an off-domain thing. I used to have a GG website. Like, you go to Freenom, it was like freenom.gg, and you could get these websites completely for free. And I would use them for my Minecraft servers, because they were free. You could have a free domain for the year or whatever, and then you could renew it completely free again. So I own unchallengedgaming.gg, and unchallenged.gg was the server I think I owned. And then when people were connecting to my Minecraft server, I just had them connect to the unchallenged.gg server. And they just craft turtles error. My assumption was maybe to distance more from Blizzard's WoW name, so maybe an act of good faith, but that's just my guess. Potentially. I really wish that World of Warcraft was more friendly to license out to others. Like Minecraft, right? Minecraft, you buy the game and people can spin up their own Minecraft servers. Like, I could go and make my own Minecraft server right now. Anybody that has Minecraft could play on the server. Mojang even has it in the server properties that you could allow players that don't have a actual Minecraft account. Like, you could have a third-party hacked account. I forgot what it's called. And you could still connect to the servers. I forgot what they call it, but there's an option in the server properties to allow connections from, you know, fake clients, like non-reputable accounts, and then they could hop on your server and play. Because in the past, I've played with a lot of people that don't actually have a Minecraft account, they just willy-nilly it off a website, and then I just opened my server up. But when you do that, you kind of open yourself up to other hacks potentially from people hacking your server. So you just have to be mindful of who you let on. But that's that. I think you're right potentially with that assumption, Circaboose, that they're just trying to maybe make themselves less like WoW dot, or wait, what was it before? Turtle. It was Turtle hyphen WoW. Yeah, so Turtle hyphen WoW was a lot more closer to World of Warcraft than anything else. Oh, we already have it out. I wish there was a way to not get these big mouth clams, but they have some stuff, some decent things inside of them. Not all the time, but sometimes. Yeah, there is no way to get back here besides the route that we took. I don't see another path. I think that goes towards Oldemon. Let's take a quick look at my map. No, I guess Oldemon's a bit further south. But this is such a nice, peaceful place to kind of just chill, level. And as you saw, there's only the two mages that were back here. I agree. I wish Blizzard wasn't so stuck up with their side projects. Stardew Valley is so different than what retail is. It's not even close to the same game. It's really not. I cannot play retail again. I haven't played retail since Mists of Pandaria, but I've watched people playing retail, and it looks like like an iPhone game to me. They have so much things going across their screen that it's just meant for, I don't know. It's not the type of casual chillax game that I really enjoy. I don't need all the flashy things hopping on and going off and all the people. I know that they make fun of the old classic World of Warcraft because the raids are very basic and there's not a bunch of explosions and chaos going on in all different directions, and you're not having to go this way or that way to dodge some things, some green dots on the ground or fireballs being shot out from the boss. But maybe there's, in the new raids that Turtle was adding, they're adding some kind of mechanics like that. I have no idea. I haven't raided anything beyond Nax. No, I've done Karazhan 10 man, but that's not really considered beyond Nax. And I really want to take advantage. I'm really looking forward to doing Karazhan 40, and I'm looking forward to doing the new Timbermaw raid and Grim Beetle. Those are going to be really exciting, and I hope to see those in the few years coming up. If we can get into a Timbermaw raid, and then the next raid that comes out is going to be Grim Beetle, which is tier 4, I believe. That's going to be exciting. I don't know what tier Timbermaw is supposed to be. Kind of a random plant right here. I wonder what that's for. Because I can't loot it, and it doesn't look... It looks like it's part of something, but it's just kind of a random plant. And we'll go cat. We'll just keep eating these guys in the water. Yeah, I wouldn't mind if Turtle would be able to license, but I still, World of Warcraft and Minecraft are still owned by the same company. Like Mojang made Minecraft, but Microsoft owns Mojang as of like 2018 or something like that. Let's see. Yo, what's up, Bungie? Hey, what's up, Sandingo? Welcome into the stream. we are chilling and killing it. We hit level 50. We're almost halfway to level 51 now. I'm just chilling, killing turtles at the moment. And collecting a bunch of turtle shells because I'm going to be getting my tribal leatherworking here shortly. So I don't know if I'll get tribal leatherworking in this episode, but I know that I'm going to have all the shells for it. The turtle scales. And I heard Notch just does drugs and parties now and is depressed. I don't know about the depressed part, but I'm sure he gave up on his dream. I mean, he sold it for, I forgot how much millions he sold Minecraft for. But, like, I mean, he had something, could have had more, but he sold out. I'm glad that Microsoft hasn't came out and, like, turned Mojang and turned around and, like, obviously for Bedrock, they added a bunch of stuff in the Bedrock store to do microtransactions, because that's what Blizzard does. When they take over something, they add a ton of microtransactions to the game. But I'm really glad that they didn't take away Java. There was a lot of talk years ago that when Blizzard bought Mojang, that Blizzard was going to come out and completely gut the Java side and only allow Bedrock version to exist because Java was too open. Java allowed people to create their servers, their own servers. They didn't have to buy a world. You know, Java allowed people to make their own servers, run their own servers. They could mod the servers. They could, you know, server properties we were talking about earlier. People from that didn't have a Minecraft account could connect to private servers. There was no way of monetizing those servers and kind of controlling them. There, people were making tons of plugins and selling the plugins for profit. Like there's a tons of Minecraft plugins that people sell for profit, and Microsoft's not able to monetize any of that. So if they swap to the Bedrock being the main platform, they were selling worlds on the Bedrock store. Why can't I hit you again? I think Minecraft will still be played by kids 50 years from now. Yeah, I'm sure. It's a good sandbox game. As it stands, Minecraft is a great sandbox game that allows a ton of creativity. It's kind of like Legos, right? That's one of the reasons that I got Minecraft for my son when he was 4. It's that he was playing on my phone already some sandbox game, and I went and I looked for other sandbox games that were available on the computer. And I downloaded the trial version of Minecraft that allowed you to play for a few days. And my son would play that, and he'd play for the few hours that he could build a house and explore. And then his world would be reset, and he'd have to start back over. And then, oh, you never played Minecraft before? It's a good game. There's nothing wrong with it. I don't like the idea. Like, Minecraft is fun if you're just enjoying the building process. You like exploring, you like building, and you have that creative mind where you just want to build any structure. Because in Minecraft, you could literally build anything. It's going to take time to figure out how to do it, but you can definitely do it. The thing with me is I'm not great at coming up with my own things to build. Like my own, I'm very straight, like in a path kind of person. But I like having plan and order, and I don't know. It's my brain isn't the type that can just make something from non-existent thought. I don't know. I don't know if that's the way I'd describe it. I mean, I could definitely take things and like build it, but I like having a path. In World of Warcraft, when you're leveling, you are unlocking new gear, you're unlocking new talents, you're unlocking new areas of exploration. In Minecraft, regardless of where you go, the world is kind of the same. There's no additional new threats that you get by traveling to a new location. You feel that same way? Yeah, I think like my creative side, I have creative side, but my creative side is different. It's not where I can create things really easily from nothing. I could create things, but it has to have some order kind of behind it. I don't know. I'm more of a logical kind of person and not. So I don't know. I don't know exactly what I'm trying to go with that, but I just wanted... My son really enjoyed playing Minecraft, and every time he got to a good spot, his world would have to be reset, right? Because the demo would end. So eventually I was like, okay, well, Minecraft, I think it was on sale at a time for just like $20. And if you bought the Minecraft game, then you'd get the Bedrock game with it. Or maybe, no, that was a long time before that. Whoops, I have it still right here. I ended up buying him the Minecraft game, and he had a ton of fun. You know, from 4 years old, he understood how to build, you know, how to get away from the monsters, how to get away from the creepers. And he had a ton of fun just exploring and building, and that lasted him a long time. And my daughter still plays it. My daughter's 6, and they still play it together. And every once in a while, we'll hop onto our own Minecraft server, and we'll just play a bit. But my son got banned off the computer because he got in trouble at school, so we'll see if he gets his computer time back sometime before the end of the school year. But as of right now, my son is essentially kind of like banned off his computer till the end of the school year, until his attitude improves at school and at home. And Minecraft is just a really nice kind of outlet for creativity. But at the same time, I get really bored of Minecraft. While it does have that creative side to it, the armor limitations... Oh, that's tragic. Dude, yeah. As a 10-year-old, imagine getting banned off your computer. I mean, I didn't have a computer when I was 10. I had a Super Nintendo when I was 10 years old. That was my entertainment system. I had a Super Nintendo back when I was 10 years old. The Super Nintendo had came out, I think, when I was like 8 or 9. And that was my jam. I was playing Mega Man X, Goof Troops, and Final Fantasy was PlayStation. I didn't have a PlayStation then. Oh, this place is cleared out. We're going to be doing a big circle here. I thought the mages are still here. Looking for elemental leatherworker. And I'm trying to decide, do I want to go elemental leatherworking, or... I have to look. Before I fully commit to being a tribal leatherworker, I have to go and research. Is there things that are better or as a tribal leatherworker? I remember getting in trouble and my mom took the TV out of my room and all the remotes with her every day to work. I had to spend a whole summer only reading. That's how my son is right now. We have we just returned, like, I paid him $11 because I pay him $1 for every book that he reads. And he goes to the library and he read 11 books last time. And I have him write a little page summary, just a page of like what the book was about, what did he get out of it. And then I gave him $11. Then he returned his books, and then I think he just checked out like 8 books again from the library last Friday, and that's what he was doing this morning. As I came downstairs to start making food, and when I walked into the computer room, he was like standing in the corner of the computer room. I was like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Nothing." I was like, "You know, you're not supposed to be in the computer room. Get out." So then he went back upstairs and he started reading his book. And then we made him breakfast, and then he came back downstairs, and then I finished my food. We were chatting for a bit. My daughter was painting, and then I hopped on. But it's rainy and nasty outside. It's such a... I hate rain weather. Like, this time of the year is tough because you can't really go outside like to enjoy yourself, to hikes and like walks. in the forest because it's completely drenched and muddy and just kind of nasty weather out there. But my son and I went walking around the neighborhood yesterday at night with our snow gear essentially on because it's cold and nasty rain. If I do a big loop through here all the way down along the shore and then come back up, I'm pretty sure that these will be respawned back here. I didn't act up that next year at all. I wish, yeah, he's still learning. He's still trying to navigate. As a boy, I know it's tougher as a boy not want to sit still in your class, like to want to have some sort of like, what's the thing in your brain when you want, it's serotonin? Is that it? Serotonin? You need that excitement. That's why we're always like every day for the last 2 weeks or 3 weeks now. Whenever I go walking for my 2-mile walk, my son's been going with me. So he's been able to get his 2-mile walk out. And then we're still looking at buying some sort of a workout machine. He has a punching bag that he's been smacking around that we tied up upstairs on the... my wife has a pull-up bar. So I took an old string that we had and I tied up the punching bag on that. Just lots of energy to get out. And now that we're kind of stuck indoors, it's not that great. We'll still go for our 2-mile walk today. I gotta go return a couple things at Costco that... Oh, not Costco. I bought some jam. I bought some apricot jelly yesterday. And we were making cashew chicken last night. And the recipe said it needed some apricot jam as like a sweetener. And so I bought this jam. And when he had opened it, it was moldy inside. And you're not really supposed to, even if it has like mold at the top, you really shouldn't scrape it out and continue using it. Because mold, it's caused by like the mold spores. So it's already kind of scattered within the jar. So it's like anything with mold. Just because you don't see it doesn't mean it's not there. So anytime you see mold, you should just toss it out. Let's go ahead and swap the bear. Like we don't care, and we'll just take out this guy. Oop, okay. We'll go ahead and rebuff. And we got 3 of these in our bags, just like that. It's crazy to see how fast our bags are filling up with this little scale. I got 123 scales now. I have plenty of scales. I don't need... That's a really nice necklace right there. 6 strength, 6 agility, 5 stamina, 6 intellect. Spell Weaver Rod. I wish I had a better use for that. Let's see here. That was awful. That happened to me when I was... Wait, what? Hold on. That is awful. That happened to me with 7-layer dip from Walmart just last week. Oh, the mold. I was so excited to eat this dip. Opened it to find mold. It was a sad day. Oh, man. Yeah, you got all this anticipation. That's probably worse. I just converted. Instead of using the apricot jam, I just used honey instead. But, like... having like this cheesy dip and then expecting to bite into like this delicious thing with your chips and then opening it up to take all moldy, that'd be nasty. Hopefully you returned it, got something that's fresher. For the price of everything these days, I'm sure like the cheese is like $5. Things are so expensive these days. Except gas. Gas has maintained itself a bit in 2025. I think we're at a cheaper price in gas today than we were at the beginning of the year, which I think is nice. Oh no, come on. How many bad guys am I fighting before I have to heal? Oop. Yeah, I've been looking at the market. They say we have a triple top right now, San Dingo. We had a top on October, something like 25th. We had on November 11th. That was the second triple top. And then here on December 11th, we had a third triple top. And the S&P has been losing momentum since the second one. So they're saying that while we are supposed to have some sort of a Santa Claus rally going into Wednesday midday, market closes midday Wednesday, and then usually the Santa Claus rally helps the market put on a 1 to 1.5% gain on the week. If it loses momentum, it's not able to break over its current resistance of like 685-ish on SPY, then we might retreat and recover, like refill the prior gaps. Because as of last Thursday, Friday, and then today, Monday, the market's essentially gapped up and then traded sideways throughout the day. So, we'll see. We'll see. We're about to either break to the upside or break to the downside. Oh no, we're gonna get aggro. I know. We already have a tough time fighting one of these guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and swap the bear. Oh, my combo points wasted on this guy. Do you shop at Sam's Club or Costco? I shop at Costco. Yeah, I do my Costco run always first, and I buy my chicken drumsticks, my chicken thighs. No, I don't buy chicken thighs. I buy chicken breast meat, and then I buy the chicken drumsticks. And then I got cuties or like mandarins, whatever they're called. They were on sale at Costco, like a gigantic bag. It's like, I don't know if it's like 3 pounds of mandarins, like the little tangerines. But they were on sale for $1 off. But they're normally priced at $3.99. They were $2.99. Last week I bought 2 of those bags and the kids destroyed them. So I bought 2 more bags of those and a bag of oranges. Yeah, see, all these turtles are back. See, this is... I'm going to say that this is probably the best grind at level 50. I'm about to hit up Costco Business Center and set up the regular 243 chicken wings for $53. 243 chicken wings for $53. That's an insane deal. That's a really good deal. That stuff is respawning back here like crazy. You're gonna have to like freeze a lot of those, because that's a lot of chicken wings. That is a ginormous amount. My buddy brought some chicken wings over a couple months ago. It may have been like last month or the month before, and we grilled them out back. We have a grill outside that we just grill on, and then we put like the Asian zing sauce or the barbecue sauce on it. That's a crazy deal. Chicken wings every night. Yeah, you're gonna get so sick of chicken wings by the first week. That's a really good price. Yeah, $53. I know the if I buy the organic chicken wings, no, not chicken wings. Yeah, it is chicken wings. It's usually like $30 for the party wing bag. Oh, it's the party wings, which is different than chicken wings. Chicken wings are usually cheaper than the party wings, because party wings are already split apart. The party wings versus you just do it yourself. You save money. Yeah, see if I just continue going in a circle here. This is actually a really fast circle. We're now halfway to level 52. 50 as well. We got no competition down here. Even if we did have competition, this place has a ton of turtles, and I don't think we'd have much. Man, I am running out of room so fast. I don't really have a good way. Chunk of boar meat. Oh, wow. That's... And it looks like my son went out to the car and grabbed a whole bunch of chocolate. Oh, I still have this trinket on. Not like a big... Boop. But yeah, chicken wings every night. What's your preferred method of cooking chicken wings? Do you like to put them in the oven and just kind of bake them? Or do you put them on the grill and grill them? Or do you cook them in like the pressure cooker? Or what's that new thing that people are using? I want to buy one, but I haven't decided on which one. It's the air fryer. Yeah, there's the air fryers, which are really good. We've been eyeing a couple different air fryers that have the glass or stainless steel. Because my wife does not want to have a plastic air fryer. Air fryer when they're marinated. Yeah, okay, so Bob says air fryer, Sandingo says air fryer. But air fryer is kind of the way to go. We don't have an air fryer yet. So that's kind of like my thing that's on my wishing list, like Christmas list. But I'm still researching the better ones. I'm looking for a good one that is made out of like all stainless steel, or at least like when you're cooking it is in a glass container.
Fantastic.
And I think like this Ninja model is a glass container. I forgot what it says something Ninja. And it uses like an all glass container to cook, like to air fry it. But I watch a ton of different videos on people prepping food, and they all have these air fryers where they marinate the chicken in some delicious sauce, they pop it in the air fryer, and then 15-20 minutes later it's popping out nice and crispy. Yeah, the glass dome air fryers are dope. They are stainless steel ones too. Yeah, and those are the ones I'm kind of looking at. Which one looks better? Which one? I'm not a fan of the Teflon. Yeah, I wouldn't go with Teflon. We threw all our Teflon stuff away in the past, and we only have stainless steel. All of our pans are stainless steel. All of our pots are stainless steel. And I have a like my camping equipment that I like taking camping. I have a little. Oh, it's a very compact. It's called the Duelist by GCI. I think it is. I think it's GCI. It has a outdoor cooking kit that has it's a stainless steel pot, but it contains 4 bowls inside of it. I have my cooker and stuff. I watched a documentary on the world's most evil company. It was DuPont, who made Teflon and convinced everyone it doesn't cause cancer. Yeah, I watched that as well. Oh, I did heal myself. Yeah, I watched the movie recap on that and how they made people like, I forgot they made the women leave the area first. Like, they knew of it, but that's a lot of businesses. They know of the danger, and they just accept the risk, and they accept the fact that they make people sign either like a waiver saying that, hey, there is a potential risk for being here and doing this, but yeah, if you gotta work, you gotta work, and you work at your own whatever it's called. You're working at your own cause and stuff like that. They basically, it's a legal thing where they can't be held responsible because they told you that you're in a hazardous location, you're getting additional hazardous pay, and they can't be held liable if something happens because you are aware of it. How it caused birth defects and all this stuff. That's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. And now I saw a bunch of stuff. I don't know how much of it is true, but anybody that took the shot back in 2020, if you took the shot, that was the, what's it called? RDHD. There's some specific term. there was two types of shots that they were giving out back in 2020 for the shot, for the shot that came around the world. The rDNA shot and then the other non-rDNA shot. And people were quick to say that, hey, scientists would never create something that wasn't tested first and was safe for the public. They wouldn't mass produce this thing and give it out to the public without testing it. And that's exactly what it did. Like, everybody rushed production, they released it, and now they're coming out. I see a bunch of stuff all over the news and Facebook that anybody that took the shot that had the rDNA shot is going to have health complications with their heart, expanding and swelling, and can actually have a lot more complications going in later in life because of the shot. And I know a couple years ago, people were looking at like athletes that took a specific version of the shot having health complication issues with their hearts and stuff like that. And people were like, oh no, that's just coincidental. So it turns out it was actually true. So I thought that was interesting. That was on my Facebook feed this morning when I was looking at it. Bum bum, bum bum, bum bum, go. Nice. I got some good crits in there. Got some good crits in there. We're just gonna go ahead and hit level 51. And I don't... Oh yeah, maybe we'll just continue going through here. I'm gonna go look before I make the decision of going with tribal leatherworking. I have to go look at research and see what's gonna be more beneficial for. Oh, I got something. No, it's not me. I have to see what's beneficial to me. Is elemental leatherworking good for druids, or is tribal leatherworking still going to be the best? The reason I was going to go with tribal leatherworking is because it has the Devil Sword leggings, and yeah, it has the Devil Sword set. And I don't know if there's any other armor kits that tribal leatherworking has access to. I have to go look on the Turtleville database. If anybody in the chat knows if there's any armor kits that tribal get that nothing else gets, like elemental, let me know. I would appreciate. But I'm pretty sure I can just go onto the Turtleville database, look up leatherworking, and look up all the different recipes, the patterns, and see what the elemental patterns are and what the tribal ones are, and kind of I'll probably make a decision that way. I did come down this way to mostly farm these turtle scales, but after kind of talking it with Sir Caboose on how he's probably going to, as a rogue, you don't really have any other better option than to go tribal. But if he's going tribal, we're gonna have two guys that are leather workers at 60. I could probably trade with Sir Dingo. You know, if I farm the Devil Swords, I could probably pay you to craft me a Devil Sword set, and then if there's anything beneficial I can get out of Elemental, that would be pretty good. Nothing. What's a moldy molda? Oh, there's two different kinds. One rare but real risk of mRNA. Yeah, okay. mRNA shots is the myocardosis, or inflammation of heart issues. Symptoms: chest pain, shortness of breath. Whoopsies. I heard that tick. My heart, my life went beep beep. It appears in the absence of any viral infection. They happen quickly within 1 to 3 days of the shot. Yeah. Yeah, but then it's a prolonged thing. It doesn't ever go away. So these complications can happen, and I forgot what the percentage of it was, but you know, it was worth. You know, the illness itself had a 99% survival rate, and most of the people that we heard were being mostly affected by it by the way that the staff in the hospitals were handling it. I heard reports that people in hospitals were handling, you know, mislabeling or mishandling patients in ways that they shouldn't have been handling them. It didn't really matter in regard to how that person kind of succumbed to their injury. If they had the symptoms, they would label it as that as the primary reason for, you know, fighting the dust. So the numbers were heavily inflated. It was just a weird time. 2020 was just a really weird time. It almost feels like it was some type of an experiment to see. Vaccine-associated microillness occurs in about 1 in every 1,400 vaccines after a first dose and rises to 1 in 32,000 out of the second dose. For reasons unclear, incidence peaks among males vaccines 30 and below at 1 in 16,000 vaccines. Yeah, it just felt like it was a lot more. Based off what I was reading, it seemed like it was a lot more common versus those statistics. But, you know, 2020. High challenge, interested in taking Crescent Grove, Gildia City. So we got Surf Glider. I think that's the only ones that are down here, huh? Yes, 1 in 16,000 young men getting that scaled to 1.6 million men. You'll hear about 1,000 that got these symptoms, and it'll seem like a lot. Whoops, daisy. Yeah, I never got it. One of the main things was like a lot of businesses and jobs did require the shot to actually continue staying at their work. Like if you were in healthcare, you essentially had to get it. You had to get the shot if you were in healthcare, essentially. But I was in IT, and I was able to work from home. So I worked from home between 2020 and 2022. And for nearly 2 years, maybe it was a year, maybe it was 2 years. I don't know if it was like 1 or 2 years. We basically worked from home remotely, doing everything that we needed to do, and didn't have to take the shot. So it was nice. Death rates for COVID in the 20s, 2 deaths per 1,000, 100,000 infections. Yeah, it was very minimal. And a lot of it could have been the way that they were treated in the hospital. Like, there's so many factors that can go into play as to how it happened, like how they succumbed. There's a lot of health factors that also go into consideration of those. 2 that did succumb to the sickness, how were their health prior to it all? Did they have any other health complications? Like, there's so many factors. So yeah, it looks like the shot doesn't matter, but they were pushing for everybody to get it. Everybody had to get it. That was the thing that was like, dude, a healthy person should be completely fine. If it was like something that had a, oh, what's this sell for? 750. If I had a very low survival chance and all that stuff, but your chances of getting some negative complication versus, you know, you had a 2% shot for the actual illness to affect you negatively, versus you had a higher percent chance for the shot to affect you negatively. I think you would have gone better. Your odds would have been better having just not got the shot and just gone with the sickness. I never got it and got sick less than people who did get the vaccine, to be honest, but maybe I'm just built different. Exactly. I didn't get it either. And I did get sick during the period that it was around, but I recovered quickly. My sicknesses, when I get sick, I mostly just kind of feel it in my throat for a short period of time. And, you know, my wife hears my voice change a bit differently. She's like, "Are you feeling okay?" I'm like, "Yeah." You know what? I just have to drink my tea, drink some cold liquids, have some soup, and then I feel better. You know, I feel a little bit crummy for a day. I drink some liquids and drink some warm soup. Like I eat some juk. It's like the rice with chicken, garlic, and like the soup kind of thing. And then that's mostly just what I eat. And then I feel better in the day or two. I haven't had any like prolonged periods of time where I'm sick, thankfully. My wife gets sick and she's out for like the whole week. Let's go ahead and rebuff. Look at us, we're really close to 51. 51. Then I get leader of the pack. It can't break it. It can't go above it. We'll see. If the market gaps up tomorrow, I'm going to be upset. I shall be wondering what in the world is going on. Alright, gonna go watch some more Spartacus. I'll see you around. Good luck on your grind. Hey, Circuit Boost, I do appreciate you popping in and hanging out. Good luck on your level 42 later. And I will see you around. I haven't seen Spartacus. I have heard that Spartacus is good, but I haven't watched it. I'm watching Fallout Season 2 right now. Only one episode is out. Yeah, I grinded through Season 1 of Fallout so that I could get ready for Season 2. And I went through all Season 1 of Fallout, and then I just found out that Season 2 of Fallout only has one episode out, so that's kind of lame. Dude, you should watch it. It's gnarly. Yeah, Spartacus and Vikings, I think, are two that are on my watch list. I haven't watched either of them yet, though. Fallout Season 2 episode 1 is awesome. Yeah, it's a good one. It started off really good. I'm interested to see where it goes. Because, yeah, it was a lot of information and kind of detail on, what's his name? Whatever that one guy's name is. Doesn't matter. I know I don't want to spoil anything in the chat, but I do like Fallout. I do enjoy Fallout. I think Season 2 is going to be really good. And I'm still waiting for Season 5 of The Boys. That's another one that I'm waiting for. And I think that's in 2026, so it's not too much longer, too much further away. But I am looking for... Spartacus is sick, I forgot about that show. Yeah, see? I gotta go check it out, so... That'll be on my grind session next. I have Spartacus, Vikings, and a few other shows that's on my watch list. Oh, one more. I didn't get it. I know. Let me go ahead and get you bleeding. Nope, never mind. Transform the bear. Transform to the bear. Bear transform. What's the go-to spec for Pharaoh? Pharaoh is awesome. Pharaoh is the best spec for druids. Hands down. Pharaoh, obviously, 100%. Let's see. Are all of these the same mob? We're not gonna go that one. Resist. Ferocious bite. Come on, crit. Nope, not crit. And let's here sell. Although it's probably fine. The market hasn't really decided what the heck it's gonna do. It's trying to go higher, but it's hit kind of a peak. I have to turn into a bear, huh? See if we can finish this with our bite. Yep, we got it. What died? A mage. And Grim Reaches. He went back to his ancestors. But I'm really looking forward to a sell-off. I know a lot of people are looking forward to a upper, like moving higher, but it's in a tough place right now. Sandingo, what do you think the market's gonna do? Do you think we're gonna push higher? Or do you think we'll trail lower? Or do you think we'll do absolutely nothing and just kind of fizzle out for a bit? We haven't moved in any direction since October, I think, is when we set this high. And then we haven't gone anywhere since October. We've been kind of trending around, swish-washing. Yeah, when I was talking with Google Gemini, everyone digesting this Nicki Minaj saying JD Vance is the assassin news, and Erica saying yes we did. Oh, I haven't heard anything about that. I haven't heard anything about that. I have to go see what the heck that is. I know the big thing on the news the other day was the actor who played in Welcome to Derry, along with other stuff, had passed away. But that's the only news that I've seen besides like other kind of news. I don't know. I don't really watch the news. I track some stuff. Like, my news outlets are not always the best news outlets. I don't really watch the news per se. The news. Did JD Vance and Erica assassinate? Oh, no, I haven't heard anything about that. That seems really far, though. That seems like a really far stretch, though. As it doesn't make sense in either way, either direction. And I'm gonna have to... Let's see here. What do I need? Oh, I need the... let's go ahead and bust out this mule. Get... heavy, and then I go turtle. Okay, so I need 2... I need 2 turtle scale breastplates and 2 turtle scale gloves. And then I need some wild vine. Oot, oot. Oh, I don't have wild vine. I'd have to go kill bad guys to collect wild vine. That's in my bag. That's in my bag. What if I should just vendor these? Oh, did I close it? Going. Oh. Let's see. 10 slot, 10 slot. Okay, so now I can make the turtle scale gloves. 2 of those. Oh, wait. I'm gonna decide if I can toss something out. Eventually, I'm gonna have to level first aid. I'd never trained first aid. I probably should have. And that 2? Oh, I got 2. Okay, I got 2 of those. Okay, okay. Trying to decide if I should just sludge a whole bunch of the stuff into rugged armor kits. At least it's fast. Yeah. Waiting. What's gonna happen? Okay. Let's go ahead. Of course, 3 group for Keratin. Oh, nice. Okay, they're good. We're at 98 gold. So, I could definitely create more bag space. If I spent 25 gold right now, I could... Okay, I'm just gonna... Then I get some room and I could just alleviate some of my bag space. Then that's everything. Oh no, something's not working. Oh, I made all the rugged leather I had. Okay, good. Go ahead and just convert a few more into rugged leather here. Just so I can make some room in my bank. I could listen. I think black pearls are useful. I don't know if these pearls are useful at all. Elixir of the Giant, I'm just gonna vendor that. Thick hide, I already have 10 in the bank. I'm not gonna be worried too much about that. So 10 in the bank. I'm gonna vendor this, vendor this, vendor this, vendor this. I already have 80 scales in the bank. And I've already made the scales that I do need. So I'm just gonna vendor, whoops, daisy. Been here so long that everything has respawned on me. I really needed room, which is the main thing. I'm just gonna toss this, right? You ferocious bite him down. Okay, so all of this, I can throw this back in the bank. Enter this, and this is all going to get consolidated down into rugged leather. And then this is a buff. I can toss this in the bank, I suppose, till later. Last one. Okay, we're almost done. If anybody has any comments or questions, this is a perfect time. I'm just trying to create some bag space right now. I had no room whatsoever in my bag space, and I just needed some. So that's what I was doing, just kind of making some room in my bag so that... Here's my stuff for my leatherworking. I have my Nightscape tunics and my turtle scale stuff, my gloves, breastplate, and the Nightscape headband and tunic. So I could do my 2 wild leather helmet things, so I could get the required items to get tribal leatherworking. Before I go that far in the tribal route, I want to make sure all this stuff, and we're good. Okay, there we go. I created a bunch of bag space. No, and there we go. Perfect. Never, you keep pushing, playing forever. How much time to complete this game? The game itself is an endless game. Yeah, there is no specific endpoint in the end that you can officially say, I beat the game. I mean, in terms of it, if you defeated all the raids, all the dungeons, you could say that you completed the game. There's different stopping points. Like, the first stopping point for some people is level 60, where they say, okay, I hit level 60. That's the end for me. I've reached what I wanted. I got the leveling process done. But honestly, the game doesn't really fully begin until you're level 60. So you're level 1 when you start the game, and you progress through all the way to level 60 by continuing to explore the world. Look at how big this world is, right? You start over in different starting locations, and then you move through these subzones, leveling up your way along the way. Like, it's a MMO. And then as you're leveling, you're unlocking new zones, you're getting new gear, you're getting new abilities and talents, and meeting new people, taking on new challenges. And then once you hit level 60 and you're like, okay, well, now I've reached the max level of the game, there's got to be nothing else for me to do, right? Well, now the game begins to expand upon you getting better than your previous gear. The gear that you get when you're leveling to 60 is really kind of like lower end gear. Level to level increases to defeat enemy. Yeah, you're basically just kind of leveling up in order to get stronger to defeat the enemy. And then as you're leveling, you're getting better gear, and you're unlocking different abilities that you can spend, ability points you can spend to make yourself have a faster time taking on, enemies. And then at level 60, you can go through different dungeons that'll give you even better gear, that prepare you for raids. And the raids require you to be in groups of 25 to 40 people so that you can take on the harder challenges of these. They're like the raider dungeons. So, dungeons are where 5 players can go in. You have your tank, you have your healer, you have 3 classes that can generally deal DPS. And then you fight your way as a group through the dungeon. Well, in a 25-man raid, usually you have 2 to 3 tanks, you have 5 to 7 healers, and then you have a lot of DPS included in the mix so that they can take on, the stuff that's inside of the dungeon and the bosses. And then those raids have much better loot. And then those raids lead to next raids. And there's different raids. There's like the MC, there's a Molten Core, there's a Nixia, there's AQ20, AQ40, there's Zulgrab, a Blackwing Lair, Naxxramas, there is Karazhan 40, Oh, nice. I got a pet piece that is actually better. I got a better helmet. Look at that. I got a helmet, gives me more armor, gives me 1 more agility, gives me 1 more stamina. Who would have thought I would have found something better than what I previously had? Cool. Cool. And yeah, once you're at level 60, there's different things you can unlock as well. So not only are you getting gear to increase like your character's strength, but you're taking on maybe different professions that you are able to focus more on your money, and you're able to get a faster amount that allows you to travel faster. You're working towards getting more gold that you can spend on getting maybe like a dual spec. So if you know, as a fresh level 60, you might be kind of stuck having to DPS really badly. But as you get, or maybe you might have to heal early on. But as you get better gear, and there's a device you can get to kind of swap between different specs. So regardless of whether the groups want you to heal, tank, DPS, you kind of have a selection of options to play as. There's a bunch of stuff to do at level 60. The game doesn't really fully open up until you're level 60. Right now, you're just in the constant grind of getting the next level. That's all it is in the beginning phase right now. It's just all about getting that next level. That's all that it's about. But it's an enjoyable game. I enjoy it. It's just like a really chill, like it's not like crazy like horror games. Like there's a bunch of games out there that are way more intense. This is a very chilled, relaxed, laid back kind of game where exploration meets just, you're not really having to build anything like Minecraft-ish, but you're just having fun, just exploring and seeing your character progress. It's a character progression game. It's essentially what it is. Character progression. And I like character progression. That's what kind of stops me from really playing Minecraft long term. Is that Minecraft, once you have netherite armor, there's nothing that's any, like, there's no greater level of gear that you can really unlock. You can enchant your gear, but again, like once it's enchanted, you could go and beat Minecraft, and you know the speedrunners can beat Minecraft extremely quickly. You know, speedrunners can beat Minecraft within half an hour or less, and then they have the rest of the time to find diamonds, get their diamond gear, go get netherite, upgrade their gear to netherite gear, make their weapons, enchant their weapons, and then at that point, you're only left with really building, because there's no new bosses or there's no new mobs. The mobs that you have fighting the very first night of the game are going to be the same mobs that you're fighting when you're fully suited up and geared. So there's no enemy scaling. The player scales really quickly. Like really quickly. You can get really lucky and find like a diamond item really quick in the game. Becomes a lot easier. And then the scaling kind of tops off for the player, and then the mobs never really scale any higher. There's obviously plugins that you can install that make progression happen, but it's not the same. Because I've loaded plugins on my servers. I had a couple different private servers that I've played Minecraft on, and I've loaded up like an RPG leveling mod or plugin that makes the Minecraft mobs in the world have different levels, and depending on the levels that you defeat, then you unlock different skills, but the skills are always the kind of same kind of basic stuff that every Minecraft plugin has. This is good, interesting, but I saw this game 1 to 60 increases your player to is strong or not. Yeah, it increases your player strong. Yeah, your player at level 60 is much stronger than a player at level 1. Yeah, the difference is pretty big. I don't think that 100 level 1s could take out one level 60 player. It's just the difference there is not really scalable. I think we're gonna hit level 51 here shortly. Yeah, within 43 mobs, we should hit level 40 or 51. And then I'm gonna get leader of the pack. And I kind of want to change it up a bit, but it's such a nice... Like, as much as I would like to sit here and continue to grind on these guys till 52, I feel like, I don't really want to go to Ngoro. I just don't know where I would want to go next. Yeah, I kind of thought about this spot. Moon Alisa. Your level. Wait, what about my level? I'm level 50. Yeah, I'm at level 50. I still have 10 levels to get to level 60. Let me go ahead and heal real quick. I am 10 levels away from the max level in the game. Oh, I don't know why I did that. At my level, at level 50, it would take probably 3 of us to take out a level 60. It just really depends on the class composition and the class that we're fighting. But, you know, level 60s, while they're only 10 levels ahead of us, they are quite a bit stronger and can do more damage. It just depends on the gear of the level 60. I don't know if you were asking, like, if a level 50 could kill a level 60. Do you think about Ramanan, Indian story? No, I don't know much about that. I don't know much about that. Ramayan, Indian story. No, I don't know much about the stories. Let's see. Full level. Come on. Smack him. Yeah, I'm really disappointed with that ferocious thing, man. Ram Sita. No, I don't know that. I am not familiar with that at all. At all. And ferocious bite. Oh, 7-11. 7-11. 218 of these guys have been downed. I think it'd be pretty cool if when you got Omen of Clarity, you could cast a regrowth on yourself without breaking your form. That would be fun. Or some kind of proc. If there was some kind of proc that allowed you to use regrowth while in cat form, that would be chef kiss right there. But I'm always going to be really biased towards the class that I'm playing. I think that's everyone in general. Like, they're always pretty biased towards their class that they're playing, that they'd like improvements. And that would be an improvement that I would like changed, is that I can cast regrowth in my cat form when I have Omen of Clarity procced. Because can you imagine that? That'd be like Paladins, if they get the Hand of Edward. Hand of Edward, you can proc Holy Light or like Flash, Holy Light. in while you're attacking, like mid swing, you can just cast an instant cast Holy Light and keep going. Look at all these shells, man. So many shells, so many shells, so many. There we go. And Lord Shiva always saw Lord Ram. Sita close to my heart. Ah, okay. Yeah, I haven't studied too many of the that story. I guess I'm a bit rusty on that side. I just know that Lord Shiva was the one god we talked about outside of the CERN Collider, which I always found that really interesting that they have a god of destruction outside of this Hadron Collider. Oh shoot, I just used my rip for that, huh? I used all my combo points on that rip. And it went to waste. That was 130 damage a tick. That's a lot of damage. 130 times 5 is 650. No, 750. Do you think about Ram kills Raven? Oh no, I have no idea on that. No idea on that. Oh, we can do another one. Yeah, I don't follow anyone. Like, I like reading about different religions. I think that all religions are really fascinating. And how, like, you know, where they originated from, their stories, and how they kind of overlap. Because there is some overlap between a lot of the stories of religion. You know, one of the main ones that a lot of people read about, but they don't really consider is like the Egyptian gods. The Egyptian gods, when they fled from Egypt, it's in the Bible that the Bible God went to Egypt, and each of the gods that lived in Egypt represented, one of the gods, like there was the multi-gods in Egypt, and one of the gods was known for like crops and food, another crop for fertility, another god for fertility, another god for health, and yada yada yada. But when the Egyptian gods heard that the what's it called? Like we'll just call him like the main god, this higher god, the higher god in the hierarchy was coming to Egypt, they fled. So in retaliation for worshiping these false gods, like the Egyptian gods, the lesser gods, the main god punished them with famine. So he basically went against each of the prior gods of Egypt's powers. So the one god of fertility, he made all the firstborns go away. The one god that provided food and to harvest, the harvest god, he killed all their crops and livestock. The one god that health, right? The one god that promised health, he made people have boils and get sickness and different diseases and stuff. And the one god that promised like the water, fresh water, or like nature, right? They turned the water red, and the skies rain blood and blah 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 blah. But the Egyptian gods, they fled beforehand. He didn't fight them then, but they fled from Egypt. It's called Exodus, right? So during Exodus, the Egyptian gods fled and ran away from the other god. What is the snowman story? Why snowman is legend? I have no idea on the snowman story. I think snowmans are just basically, they're based off the Yeti. There's three names for the Yeti, right? There's Bigfoot, Yeti. What's the other one that they call them in like the Appalachian Mountains? Like he has a lot of different names. In the Appalachian Mountains, they call then it's not this. His name. I can't think of it, but Bigfoot, Yeti. There's this other snow version of him, I think, in like the Appalachian version of him. And there's different names for what he's called, but I think that's what the snowman theory is based off of. Just a big old gigantic humanoid that was covered in snow. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, you didn't see me. You didn't see me. Oh, dude, I was 8 energy away from doing another shred. Yeti Sohor, man. Yeti. Yeah, abominable snowman. Yeah, the abominable snowman, the Yeti, Bigfoot, the Appalachian, whatever it is. But yeah, it's all the same entity. It's just in a different area. It's just how like birds are different types of birds depending on the area. That's all it is. It's just a different type of species depending on the terrain that it lives in. But it's still the same species of animal, whatever it is. Looking for more. Summoning the princess. Go to the shards of Mazriel. Summon her and defeat her. Oh, that was a terrible 397 ferocious bite. I think I just have to start ripping on open. It's not like a crazy amount of bleed, but it's still better than a ferocious bite. I promise that. You think about ghosts as real or not? I think there's a fine line between ghosts or spirits, right? When I was reading about, I think, yeah, I honestly, I don't know if they're like ghosts or something else. I think it's like an interesting area because people believe in it, and that might be the reasoning for why they see it, because maybe they choose to see things versus others that don't have that same belief. They don't see it. So it could be that those that kind of believe in it would see it more than those that don't believe. But it's like people say, do you think that, what are they called? What are they called? What are they called? Oh, jinn. So some people compare ghost to jinn. Right, we don't hear a lot of like jinns in North America. But you hear about it more often, like in the that side. Asian? No. Asian Pacific? No. Like over in Europe, what's it called that way? Where you hear more about the jinn and all that, like the other types of spirits. People have often compared it that way. That they're not actually like demonic possessions or ghosts, but they're just jinn, right? Or some other type of entities that are not fully physical. But I don't think everyone sees them because I think people see it OG board. Yeah, I wouldn't own one of those. I wouldn't own one just because I don't want to chance it, so... I think if I really dislike somebody, I would get them a Christmas present of an OG board and then have them have fun with it. Well, I probably wouldn't own one myself just because I don't want to. I don't want to, even if I don't believe that there is something that would come from it, I don't want to put myself in the position that something could come from it, right? Like, obviously, there's going to be different things that, you know, that these turtles don't have any sort of reflective stuff. I noticed that the turtles in Thousand Needles, when you smack them, they reflect damage back at you. But these guys do not. They don't have any type of reflective. Yeah, I wouldn't own a Uji board. If somebody gave me an Uji board, I would just give it to them back or give it to somebody else, because I don't want to mess with that. I don't need that kind of negativity in my life. And we are full. Look at that. Full, full, full. 2, 1.
Awesome.
Awesome. Rats. Will I ever use that? Probably not. But I could probably keep this one and put this one in my bank so I can give it to somebody else, maybe. Oh, my inventory is full. Okay, never mind. Never mind. I'll just toss out that one that goes. Bum, 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 ba-da-da, bum, bum. Yeah, I wouldn't. Same spirit is good, but same time, not happen to believe spirit. Some spirit is good, but same time, happen to believe spirit. So, you said the same spirit is good, but same time, not happen to believe the spirit. It's better not to chance it, right? I think it's probably what you're trying to say. You don't know what you'll get when you mess with with that side of stuff. You don't know what you'll actually get. And there's good influences life, like everything, right? Everything has a balance in life. There's going to be positive influences and negative influences. And if you could mostly be influenced by the positive stuff that you can see, that's what's good for you. Boom! Aw, I thought I would have finished them. Nope. How am I getting 590 experience off this guy now? Before, I thought I was getting less than that. Huh. Pretty sure I was getting less experience than that. 550, yeah. I thought I was only getting 500-ish experience at some point, but now I'm getting more. Not sure why that changed. I'm gonna heal after this guy. Thumbs. Thumb spirit is good, but same time, not to believe the spirit. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, obviously, right. Angels are considered spirits too that people would be believing in, and not all of them are bad, right? There's good angels, bad. Like you can't trust anything. Don't trust anything, because with anything, whether that's a good human or a bad human, it could disguise itself. It could just be anything. So it's best to not try to be influenced by anything indirectly outside. So, I don't know. That whole area there is a gray area. That's a whole gray area to me. I like the idea that these things existed in the past. And have you seen the TV show called American Gods? I thought that was a pretty interesting TV show because it had a ton of different gods from different cultures that had existed because of belief. Like, they were created from belief in them, and then as belief in them weakened, their power also weakened. They were still an immortal thing because some people still believed in them. There were still some remnants of belief. So they still existed, but their powers were really diminished. I haven't read the book. I should read the book, The American Gods, to get a better understanding of what they were. But I like the TV shows. Swap to Bear. The TV show unfortunately got canceled, and it didn't complete the story. So I might have to check out that. Boom! 51. Going quick. Okay, let's go ahead and get leader of the pack. Okay, boom, we hit level 51. So that's exciting. We've already got 2 levels this stream. And we got leader of the pack now. So look at our crit. We have 18.79% crit. So that is nice. So at this point, I think because we're level 52, we could honestly... I could go train level 50. That's something I could go do for sure. But in terms of where do we go next from here? I kind of want to finish off my rested experience. Oh, dang it. I want to kind of finish off my rested experience. I have about 30 minutes left of playtime. So I think I'll continue grinding here until I use the rest of my rested. And then in our next episode, we'll be moving to another location. But this was kind of like the spot I was kind of researching for today, because I wanted to make the turtle scale breastplates and the turtle scale gloves, and I needed scales for that. And this actually turned out to be a really good grind spot between level 48. I could honestly probably stay here till level 52, 53, and then move on. You see Ghost of Spirit, which story fears you and which with you? I've never seen one. I don't have any stories myself of having seen anything like that. So I don't have any reason to believe in it. I just find it really interesting of the stories that people tell. So I've never seen it or experienced in it. And now we have a 90-second ad break. But you are on YouTube, so you're not getting hit with ads on YouTube. I like that Twitch tells me when there's going to be an ad, but YouTube does not tell me when YouTube's running ads on my thing. But yeah, I've never ran or had an issue with anything non-physical. All my stuff has been physical and stuff. I just think it's interesting.
Excellent.
Like the history, I would like to go back and learn more about the old history of like humans and societies and the history of the earth, like why things are the way it is. I think it would be really interesting to have. Oh man, I have to shift. Yeah, I know. I got a little bit beat up there. We're gonna have to fight this guy as the bearer. Or fear with anything in your mind? No, I don't really have like nothing like that. I don't really have any sort of fears that really come to my mind and like jump out. I just like exploring and figuring things out, and I don't really have any fears of anything because I it's just my type of personality. I like learning about stuff and everything there is, and I like putting things to work, and I like information. Information is something that I like to learn about, so If there's something that I find interesting, I'll research it and get more information on it. And I like just kind of knowing a random bits about different things that interest me. I don't know. This market's been trading sideways for a while, and I want it to break to the downside, but it's not. It's not wanting to break. It's not wanting to go any higher, but it's not wanting to go any. It's not wanting to break any lower. It really should sell off lower, but it's not going lower, so it's up. There's no reason that this market should go any higher, and it hasn't. It's just twiddling its thumbs going sideways right now when it needs to fall. Hey, I didn't bite you. There you go. I didn't bite you, man. Now, if I could go, I would like to learn about, you know, there's different stories that people learn about and hear, like the old wars of the world prior to our world wars. Like, it's something for us to have like these old, you know, these world wars. What we learned about World War I, World War II, but back in the past, there's a specific desert that has like, I was reading a little bit about, like watching a clip on or something, and supposedly there's like some specific area out in the Middle East that the sands, the desert is so radiated, the cities that were there have been essentially kind of melted through some type of, you know, we'll call it like a nuclear explosion, but, you know, nuclear explosions wasn't used until recently in our time, but somehow there's, you know, there's signs that it was used in the past. And I think there's a lot of history that I would love to kind of like learn and know more about, but it's can't really draw. Like, if our current modern, what is it, fear story any? No, nothing fearing. I had all the fear trained out of me, man. You're not supposed to feel fear. Fear is just a weakness leaving the body. Now, yeah, there's nothing. You get amped up. I don't know how to explain it. Bear with me. I don't have anything that comes to my mind. There's absolutely nothing in my mind. That my son always tries to scare me, and I just don't have. That's why I like hardcore, right? I play hardcore for the feeling, because it's the adrenaline rush that I get sometimes when I'm getting close to death, but I don't really I don't put myself like that in these. I guess the only fear that I would have would be something that would be generated by me getting placed or put in a position that I would not want to be in, right? So everyone has fears that they're going to be put in some type of situation, but as long as you're careful with yourself, you're not going to be put in those situations. Like, I don't know how to describe that. Cat. Doing something against your will that would go against yourself, like that would harm yourself or others, would be a fear, I suppose. But I think that's a general fear for everyone. But it's still, right, that's still considered a fear. Up. But yeah. You can't really fear the unknown. Otherwise, if you live in fear, in the constant state of like being fearful of these things you have no control over, then there's no point. Like, I don't like stressing out over things that are out of my control. That's just my kind of mentality. So there's nothing to fear if it doesn't directly influence me or affect me in my current state. Yeah. Let's see here. Dude, I got lucky with that 14 slot bag because I haven't found jack and nada else. Well, I got these dang big mouth clams. Why can't I find a big mouth bag or something? Love a good ghost story. Yeah, I've never experienced a freaking ghost. Never have I ever experienced a ghost. And I don't think ghosts would be scary anyways. Like, I don't know. Maybe they would be. I don't have anything to back it off of. Based on what we've seen, like, of ghost videos, they just scare you. They don't physically attack you. Like, the only, like, in real life, like, when people are, like, posting on social media that these things are happening to them, the ghosts have never, like, attacked them. They've always just kind of scared them back out of the location that they're in. So, I don't think they'd physically be able to do anything to you besides kind of terrorize you until you leave the area. So, you leave their zone and then boom. I'm too rational to have a personal story. Yeah, I'm just a very rational kind of person. And I don't look at things... I look at things too rationally, logically, that... you know, emotions aren't a big thing. Exactly. All my stories in life was like, oh yeah, I went around the lake as a kid one time, and while we were going around the lake on our bicycles, we ran into a bear, and you know, the bear was several feet away, and we backed up slowly, and then we went back up the bike trail and booked our way out of there. That's the most like fear-intensive thing that happened to me as a kid. Or, you know, we ran into different animals, but it's a normal behavior. You're expected to run into specific animals when you're out in the woods. Now, as an adult, I always carry a can of bear spray with me everywhere I go. So if I go out, we go bicycling through the forest here, I'm always going to have a weapon on me and my bear spray. A weapon on me or my bear spray, yeah. I saw my story. My mother see ghosts of my grandmother. And my mother saw, he says, my child, I bless. And my significant other, no, S.A. I saw my story, my mother's... I share my story. My mother saw a ghost of my grandmother. And says my child, up. SoundCloud. Hey, what's up, SoundCloud? Welcome into the stream. Yeah, it's like, even when people share stories with me, like my mom was a very superstitious person growing up. And my mom would always share stories of seeing ghosts or aliens, and she'd watch TV shows of like alien abductions and the chupacabra and all this stuff that would always, like, she'd be tuning into it all the time. And it would just be stories. That's all it is. It's just story after story after story. And she'd tell us different stories. UG keeps the Dwarven Thunderblast on him. Yeah, I keep my... In most cases, depending on where I'm going, I'll travel with it on me at all times. Not a blunderbuss, but just a tiny... my shield. I think I have the Smith & Wesson 9mm, and I have a the shield. I think it's the shield, not the defender. That's another Smith & Wesson 9mm. Because me and my wife both have 9mm. We don't have any shotguns, just all close or handgun action. At all times, even... No, not on the store, no. Just if we're going out into the forest or something like that. Yeah, out in the forest. There's too many people running into cougars and bears these time of the years. Everything is up and active right now, right? Cougars are pretty active. All the couplings that are out right now, they're always trying to follow humans because they're not really aware So right now, there's a lot of stories happening here in where I'm at, where people are running into cubs that are cougars. Like they still got a little bit of their spots left, and cougars mostly know to avoid humans, right? But some of the cubs have never ran across humans, so they kind of follow. So there've been a lot of stories here lately of cubs, like cougars following humans on the trail. Like if they're out biking, you might run across a bear still with her cubs. Although her cubs are more grown up at this point, so it's less likely to happen, but it can still happen. So anytime that I go out with my kids somewhere, I always try and either bring bear spray or my weapon with me. It's always best to be prepared, because you never know, and it's better to be prepared than not prepared, right? But I don't always carry it with me. Sometimes I just take the bear spray. And that's enough deterrent. My grandmother was gone, my father come, and my mother so strong, and no fear she happy to see my grandmother's ghost. Ah, okay. Yeah, that's nice. That's a nice... It's a nice thing.
Hail to the night.
The sentimental stories are always good. My mom used to say that she used to like, I don't know, it's hard to take people at not face value, but people's stories. That's why I am the way that I am. I like seeing is believing, and as much as I can read something, unless I can put it into action and see it firsthand for myself that something works or that something exists, then I still consider it I'm a type of like I believe it, or I'll what's the word? Seeing is believing, and I'll just take your word on it, right? Like one thing that I would love to see is one thing that I would like to see during my lifetime is I would like to travel up into space and see up in space. I would love to see the curvature of the Earth, the size of the Earth. I would like to visually be able to, with my own eyes, be like, okay, I can definitely see the curvature of the planet. I can see that, yes, the Earth is round. I can see it all from XYZ, and, you know, it'll make sense to my mind at that point that, yes, we are on a full globe. Obviously, I think that there's more data out there to suggest that, yes, we live on a globe versus a flat Earth. But until I visually see it with my eyes, I'll be like, you know what? The data suggests that, yes, we live on a globe, and that we do have a radius of XYZ, and you know, the Earth dips by, I think, 11 miles per 100 feet or whatever it is. But I would still like to visually verify and see it with my own eyes. And now that you can fly up into space, I think the cheapest ticket to what they call space is like $250,000. And the blue, is it Blue Moon? I don't know if it's Amazon's or it's not Tesla's. I don't think Tesla launches people into space just yet. But sometime during my lifetime, we might have commercial ships that take you up into space to visually see outer space, or at least our inner space of our planet. Don't believe in Santa? Hey, I got the hat. What are you talking about, man? Who do you think I stole this from? Who do you think I stole this from? He came by the house today, dropped off some gifts, and said, "Hey, what do you got for me? I need that hat, man. I need that hat." Yeah, Virgin Galactic guy was trying to do that. Yeah, Blue. I think its name was. It's not Blue Moon. It's something. But yeah, Virgin Galactic. Elon Musk has the space. Space something. I think Amazon has it as well. So there's 3 people trying to create this commercial travel to space. And I think the Virgin Galactic was the one that people were making fun of the way that it looked like. It just basically like Austin Powers, right? It looked like a gigantic thing in the sky. And people were referencing their spacecraft to that of Austin Powers. If you guys have ever watched the Austin Powers, Dr. Evil has a spaceship that looks like a gigantic cylinder spaceship with 2 circular things on it. So people were making fun of their design and comparing it to that. Ferocious bite, ferocious bite. Oh, terrible. 394. Just don't understand how this Virgin guy just takes other people's money and creates failing business. This dude is falling up. And that's all business ventures, right? Sometimes they hit, sometimes they miss, but Amazon was the same way, right? Amazon took people's money. Amazon didn't make any money. I don't know if Amazon makes money. I think Amazon makes money now. But Amazon was running on the business model a lot for 10 plus years that they never really made any net income. They were running on expenses because they were in growth mode. Like when you're in a growth style company, you're going to take on a lot of debt, you're going to spend a lot, you're going to have a lot of expenses, but once you have the infrastructure down, you hope that the costs, like the intake will overcome the expenses. Like Amazon kind of has that business model where, yeah, they spent a lot of money on their initial to ramp up to where they are today. So they scaled up to this huge business that provides 2-day shipping. I don't know if they do that anymore. Oh my goodness, miss. But they all miss, and people just give them more money to invest in the next thing. Yeah, people have a ton of money, and they invest it in the craziest things instead of into people, which is wild to me. But it's that business. It's the business mindset. It's if you lose money investing it into one thing, you can just deduct it from the other money that you're gonna generate that would make up that loss anyways. He's like, Trump, all businesses fail, but with his name is good. Yeah, I think there was some article that came out. It was like 60% failure rate on his businesses. But it's not about the net income. You could have a failing business that you could still sell for a large amount because the assets themselves would be worth money, right? Maybe that's I don't know. I've never looked into Trump's businesses, but maybe on paper he's losing millions of dollars, right? If you buy $1 million property and you're paying these crazy absurd property taxes and mortgages, and you don't have anybody in the home renting it from you, you're losing a ton of money on paper, and you're able to deduct that from your income, from other incomes, whatever other sources of income he may have. So on paper, he's losing all this money because the asset itself is growing due to depreciation or inflation. So inflation is driving prices up of all assets naturally. And put it into an ETF. Oh yeah, obviously, yeah. My grandmother's ghost said to my mother, God protect you and God save you. Yeah, that's nice. That's a nice, like, I wouldn't, if I saw a ghost of any sorts, I would always tell my kids, like, yeah, this ghost came up to me and said positive stuff to me. It didn't tell me any warnings of the future and to be careful of the woman in the red dress. To watch out, do not take any trains that start with the letter 7. And to avoid any streets that start with the letter K. Because your future, while it is bright, it is also somewhat dim, and you'd rather not go towards those dim paths, right? You want to be more positive than negative. I think a lot of people would be. That's kind of my thing right now. I'm kind of debating. I was going to sell one of my rentals this year and move the cash into stocks, but I got it fixed up earlier this year, and I was going through all my expenses for this year, and I spent a lot of money fixing it up in February, March timeframe, like in spring. I redid the siding, I redid the paint. You know, once you replace the siding, you got to obviously redo the paint. And then, so I did siding, paint, the carport was fixed, and some miscellaneous work was done. So I was in the hole by quite a bit at the beginning of the year on one of the properties. And ever since then, it's been fine. And my monthly stuff has been decent. What's triggering? Hold on, micros. Got save you and was birth. Okay. Where am I going? Oh, back here. Okay. Obviously he died. Obviously he died. Obviously he died. 07. RIP. It was birth. Hey, it's selling off a bit. We'll see if it sells off. Dude, I was waiting all day today for a sell-off. And it's 1.7% away from my price target. So we're under 1% from all-time highs, I believe. I think 690 is the price of all-time highs. We have a resistance formed at 685. I'm just looking at SPY. I always look at the S&P 500. So 685 and some change is like the ceiling at the moment, where it's having a lot of resistance. It hasn't been able to break. It has this resistance point. If it breaks above 685 and is able to maintain it and close above 685 and some change, then the Santa Claus rally on Wednesday should bring up the market up over to 690. Or even into new all-time highs on Friday, going into the new year. But if we can't break the 685 and change, we could retract, and there's more pressure pulling to the downside to refill these gaps. Because we gapped up this morning, we gapped up Friday, and we gapped up Thursday. And all of our, like, the majority of these recent gains in the market has all been from 90% of days are old. Yeah, 90% of diet. Yeah, 90%. Yeah, in most cases. But as of October, we've been trending up and down for a while. And it's all because of this AI thing. I don't think we should move higher until we consolidate a bit and wait for earnings and just see how all this debt is going to be worked out. Because I'm not too comfortable with the whole Oracle, OpenAI, NVIDIA, like the whole fiasco of money being transferred from one, being transferred to another, being transferred to another. Like when you look at it with the Three Stooges example, where one stooge gives somebody $1, then that other guy's like, hey, you owe me $1, and then they pay him the $1, and the other guy's the original guy that gave the $1 to the one guy's like, oh wait, you owe me $1, and that $1 passes between them all, and on paper it looks like, oh yeah, they made money, but at the same time, that dollar didn't ever really increase. No supplier, like no actual buyer was involved in it, so there's no outside money coming in. So consumers are not interested in this. You know, without the consumer, who, for me, it just seems negative. It seems negative in the market because the consumer is not really being involved in any of the money moving. It's all businesses transferring between one another. So, you know, NVIDIA pays OpenAI for this expanded product. OpenAI buys money with the same money that NVIDIA paid to them. NVIDIA buys from NVIDIA these chips, and then Oracle does the same thing. I don't know, I don't have the exact cycle of all the money flow, but it's just a bunch of companies kind of intermoving between a few. The magma. So I feel like they're overblown for their current price, and their numbers are going to be off going into the first quarter of 2026. So that's what I'm kind of waiting on, but at the same time, I don't want to be left in the dust as we do move higher, because obviously you miss out on those really good days. As what happened to me, I sold out of the market on Thursday, Tuesday, and we've gapped up higher than where I sold out at, and I've missed a little bit of the upside, but only like I'm 1.6% off, which can, if it does retract, I can make my 1.76% for my target to the downside. So if the market falls down by 1.76%, that's my target at the moment that I'm expecting it to fall back down to. If it retraces and I buy back in, I'll buy back in at a higher amount. But I'm not going to buy back in now just because there's more negatives than positives. And with 5 minutes left in the clock, the market's not going to do anything. My grandmother goes to saw my mother and I was birthed. Huh. Yeah, my mother used to tell me all types of stories like that too. But that's what my mom's kind of known for, is mostly just storytelling, where she'd tell me stories about she sees spirits because she lit candles, or her grandparents used to see the man in black, whatever that meant, and then she'd say stories about she saw aliens, and like, I don't like the idea of just telling stories to tell stories. Like when you're just telling a third-party story. Or maybe, I guess for her it wouldn't be third-party, but I don't know. My mom also told me that when I sleep and I'm thirsty and I go to sleep, that my butterfly leaves my body and goes looking for water, and if my butterfly doesn't return to my body when I wake up, then I can't talk the next day, right? Your parents tell you all these superstitious lies all the time so that you listen and comply, and that you drink water before bed and all this stuff, man. That's why I don't take so many things by being told. I grew up with my mom telling me all crazy amount of stories. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and be logging off here in a few minutes. We hit level 51 today, which was a really good goal. I'm gonna go ahead and continue to I'm gonna be logging off here as well here shortly, and then I'm gonna go hang out with the kiddos, because today they're out of school for the next 2 weeks. So we had to come up with a plan of what we're going to be doing this week. And after this, I gotta go return a item to the store that was moldy that we purchased. So I gotta return that, and then my wife has me running to Costco to buy something else that was not on my list yesterday. So that is my Monday afternoon. Nothing crazy exciting. Indian song do you think about? Indian song that I think about. The only Indian song that I honestly know is the one that was included in World of Warcraft. There is one World of Warcraft song that I guess was put in for the Draenei. Let me see if I can find this actual name. Draenei. Wow. Draenei. Dance based off what song? Let me tell you, it is called Tunak 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 Tune. Let's see, is it even dance? Is it an Indian thing? So the kid grows thinking logically. I know some parents don't do that. Hold on, what is he? Did I miss? I know some parents that don't do that, so the kids grow thinking logically. Don't do it, like don't tell them all this superstitious stuff. For me, it was the opposite. My mom used to tell me all the crazy nonsense stuff, and then I grew up to only really I question everything unless I see it. I like researching and figuring things out on my own and taking in information and looking at it from all different sides. I don't like choosing sides unless I have all the facts, and then I go based off what makes the most sense. Like, I don't choose things based off emotion, I just go based off facts. That's the type of person I am. Like, I'll listen to both arguments, I'll listen to what makes the most sense, and then make my decision based on that for the time being. If there's more data that comes in that changes the that changes the argument, then I can re-question it and make another conclusion and then change it. But yeah, I'm very a logical person, very non-emotional when it comes to stuff. And my wife thinks it drives her crazy sometimes, that the way that I think versus her. But that's just normal too, that I'm more logically. As a guy too, I think guys are usually more logical with less sharing, less emotion. So I think it's normal. Buried my... Well, let's see what the... Okie doke. But guys, that's going to be it from today. I'm going to go ahead and head over here, stealth, and log out. I'm going to log back in a little bit later. And I'm not going to do any training for now. Yeah, I have 4 bubbles of rusted left. Do I want to come back to this spot? Probably not. Okay, let's go ahead and train real fast. Before we dive off the stream, we're going to go ahead and train our level 50 talents. Singler, Deller, McTrinnock. Yeah, that's the only song that I know. And it's because it's included, it's in World of Warcraft. Yeah, that's the only song that I know because there's a class inside of World of Warcraft and a later expansion that the dance that they do in the game is the same dance that they do in the music video. So that's the only reason that I know that song. Oh, wait, I got this Ungoro Crater. Okay. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get Insect Swarm rank 4. We're going to go ahead and get Maul. We're going to go ahead and get nothing else in there. Mark of the Wild rank 6. Healing Touch rank 9. Okay, so we got Insect Swarm rank 4. We go here, boop, that replaces that. Replaces that. Maul automatically upgrades to Maul rank 6. Mark of the Wild is down over here, so that upgrades right there. We got rank 6. And we have Healing Touch, which is over here as well, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Healing Touch rank 9. And I think that was everything. Yeah, there's nothing else here that's really beneficial for me. I'm not worrying about Starfire. Oh, I don't have Soothe Animal. That could be kind of useful in like Ungoro Crater. If we head over that way, let's go ahead and get Soothe Animal. We'll get Soothe Animal. That could be kind of beneficial maybe in some tiny little ways. Oh, there's different levels of Soothe Animal. And that's it in terms of stuff. Like, you don't have to buy everything. It's kind of a waste sometimes to do buy everything because you spend so much money. It reduces the cast time by nearly half. That's cool. And I'm trying to think if there's anything in... No, I think that's it. Okie doke. So guys, that is going to be it for today's episode. I do appreciate everyone tuning in and hanging out. I hope that everyone has a good remainder of their week. I think I will be back on Wednesday at my normal time. But if you have not yet, definitely join the Discord server. I'll post in the Discord server if I decide to change my schedule due to, it being Christmas Eve and other plans coming up. So definitely hang out in the Discord server. If I have any different changes in the plan, I'll go ahead and post it in there. But other than that, I do appreciate everyone tuning in and hanging out with me today. Big shout out to Gamers, Sandingo, we had Win, Buzztronic, Rock. We also had Sir Caboose. We had Bob. I know we had a couple others. I'm trying to look for their names. There was a couple new guys in here that had popped in at one point. But I think I got the majority of you guys that had chatted often. If I didn't get your name, I am sorry. Oh, we had Stellar. Yeah, Stellar Wolf also popped in here as well. And I think that is everyone that I can see in my list of people that have joined and chatted. So that is it from me. I do appreciate everyone tuning in and hanging out. If you guys have any comments or questions, this video is going to be uploaded over to YouTube. You guys can always tune into YouTube. Comment down below. Follow the journey from 1 to 60 on my Paladin, Hunter, Druid, Priest, Warrior, and this new Druid as well. So that is going to be it for today's episode. I will catch you guys in the next one. I hope you all have a great week. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye. Have a good one. Bye-bye.